Hey guys, and welcome back to Flirt. I hope that you're having a really good start to your week. And this week we are doing who's most likely to tag, except for it's basically being made into a little game here. Instructions are, these people are stuck in a house with you for an entire year. There is no leaving the house at all until the year is completely up. If you had to choose a person for every question below, write down which person it would be. So obviously, we're just basing this off of kind of how we know each other. So we're just gonna get going here. If there is someone singing in the morning, whom would it most likely be? I'm gonna say April for this one because she has her music degree. I think that she would be the most likely to be just up and singing first thing in the morning. If someone was considered the mom of the house, who would it be? Haley or Ashley. Haley just has a natural maternal instinct, and she's kind of always there when you need somebody to tell you that everything's going to be okay. And Ashley, I feel like with her being a yoga instructor, she's got a very peaceful mindset. So I think that she would kind of nurture everybody in that sense and kind of try to keep some peace in the household. If you wanted candy really badly and all of them in the house had some, who would you take it from? The joke's on everybody because I would take everybody's because I'm kind of a sweet toothaholic. If two people were caught making out in a closet, who would it be? Whoa. Okay. That's a really tough question, and I really want to avoid it, but unfortunately it is there. Am I going to get in trouble over this? Or somebody's going to be really mad at me for this answer. I hate to even throw this out there. It would probably be me and someone else, and I'm not trying to say that I'm like that. I could sadly see it happening after a night of drunken endeavors. If someone had to watch you brush your teeth every morning, who would it be? Haley, because it's kind of going back to the maternal instinct thing. I think that she would kind of try to keep everybody in order. There are 2 bags of chips that were bought at the store, and 20 minutes later they are gone. Who ate them? This one's really easy. It would be Nikki because she constantly writes tweets about eating and about pizza and about junk food. Who would hate being in the house the most? Bree, because Bree is constantly on the go. She's always doing something and basically tries to keep herself intentionally busy. Someone stole a brand spanking new pair of socks that were never worn. Who is the thief? I'm gonna say Nikki on this one because she wrote a tweet about how no one got her socks for her birthday. So I feel like she would be the person that would kind of randomly sneak into someone's room and steal their socks. Someone swept all of the dirt under the rug. Who was it? Again, I'm going to go back to Nikki because she's the youngest out of all of us, and she has this whole mentality about not being responsible and not wanting to take responsibility because she's just going to uni in the fall. And so I feel like she would not really want to clean and would just kind of lazily do it. If there were arguments in the house, who would be the ones arguing? This is kind of a weird question for me because I can't say I specifically know who would be fighting about what. If I had to choose 2 people that would argue, I'm going to say Bree and April randomly. And I think the scenario would probably be that I think Bree would just get really irritated and just really grumpy being locked up in the house all day. And I could see April getting really defensive and kind of like, girl, please. These are all just guesses. Don't hate me. Who would be the one missing their boyfriend and girlfriend that wasn't in the house with them? I'm going to say it'd be mostly between Ashley and me. Not to say that Haley wouldn't miss Megan, but I think Haley would be able to tolerate a year of just Skyping more than me or Ashley, though Ashley would probably be able to kind of get a peace of mind through it with her yoga stuff, so it'd probably be me. You walk down the stairs in the middle of the night for a glass of water and someone is dancing on the table. Who is the crazy one? I am going to say it would either be Bree or Nikki, and I'm pretty sure if this was going on that there would be alcohol involved. Pillow fight broke through. Who started it? I am going to say Bree, because she just has this like sweet innocence to her, but I could see her being really ornery, and I could just see one day like all of us hanging out and watching movies or something, and then her just randomly throwing a pillow to start it off. There's a marathon of your favorite TV show. What is it, and who would be watching it with you? I'm going to say Orange is the New Black, and I think that everybody would be watching it with me. Somebody made a fort in the laundry room. Who was the kid? I could see Haley doing this the most. I think that she would go to do her laundry and then see all the pillows and blankets and kind of forget her responsibility, just kind of make a fort and hang out there, especially if she was getting annoyed with everybody. I could see her pretty much just doing that. The prankster in the house that put plastic on the 2 toilet seats. Who are the pranksters? Sadly, would probably say me, because the first 2 years of my college years, it was basically all of us playing practical jokes on each other, and I think I would probably get really bored and my ADD would kick in, and I would just kind of do it to amuse myself. So, the music's too loud. Who turned it up? I think that this would be an April problem. There's a mouse crawling on the floor all over the house. Who is the first one to scream? I think that Haley would just see it crawling and she would scream. Who is the one that jumps into somebody else's arms? I think Nikki would do it. I just get this vibe that she doesn't really like crawly things. And then who would be the one to kill it? That would be probably between me and Brianna. Just based off what I know from some of my other Australian friends, they're basically secret badasses. The reason I say me is because I was a Girl Scout counselor, and so you kind of have to deal with crap like that all the time, and I actually have been in similar scenarios like that. Someone's crying. Who is it and what happened? I'm just making this up because I really don't know, but I'm going to say Nikki is crying because the cable is out and there's no food. Who made pancakes in the morning and almost caught the house on fire? That'd be Nikki, because she gave me so much crap after my last vlog saying that she could cook and whatever, and then proceeded about less than a week ago to set her smoke alarms off in her house because she burned food. Who gets sick of each other the fastest in the house? I think Bree or Ashley would be one of the first ones irritated, because Bree is just a very big social butterfly, and or at least I'm pretty sure she is, and I think that having to see the same people every day, she'd eventually get sick of everybody and just get really grumpy. And I say Ashley would get sick of us because, like, especially like me and Nikki, and I'm guessing April and Haley, all kind of like to sit around and watch Netflix all day. And I could see her getting a little irritated that we don't do anything and that we're really lazy. As far as getting irritated at each other, I'm not really sure. I don't know, maybe we should try this experiment and see what happens. Someone is tanning on the roof. Who is it? I don't know why, but I see Bree being the most likely to tan, because she gets really tan. Who is the tallest in the house? I'm gonna say April. Who is the shortest in the house? I think that the shortest is either gonna be Haley or Nikki, but I don't really know for a fact how tall everybody is. By the way, I'm 5'5.5" in case you were wondering. Who is the loudest? It's gonna be me, because I naturally just have a really loud voice, and ever since I was a little kid, I basically would constantly be reminded to use my inside voice. My inside voice is just a quieter version of my outside voice. Who is the one you go to talk to the most? It would probably either be Nikki or Haley, just because they know the most about me. Who's the one that always comes up with the stupid ideas? I think stupid, I think fun or funny. And I could see me or Nikki coming up with the really stupid ideas, because my ADD would completely take a hold of me, and I would come up with these really random ideas. And I think Nikki, I'm just thinking, like, she still kind of has a childish personality, and she knows it, so I think that she would kind of come up with the really crazy random ideas with me, and we'd probably make everybody do them. If someone woke everybody up with pots and pans, who would it be? Haley, because she is not a morning person. She hates mornings, and I think that she would get really angry if she had to get up for whatever reason super early, and I think that she would do it to kind of be like, you know, if I can't sleep, no one else in this house is going to. Who is always dancing? I think it'd be April or me, because I do randomly dance around, and apparently so does she. So I have a feeling we would be the ones that would be randomly like sitting there watching TV and then just... You spilled ice all over the kitchen floor. Who would be the one to slip on it first? It's gonna be me, because I am an absolute klutz, and also just with my ADD and some of my other mental disorders, I have very short-term memory, so I feel like I would dump ice everywhere, forget it was there for like 2 seconds, and then I would go walking in the exact direction that it is and slip and fall. So that's my vlog for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully the rest of the vloggers don't want to strangle me. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you thought it was really funny. Hopefully you learned something a little bit more about the personalities of my fellow vloggers and myself, and maybe got to know us a little better. If you are a viewer, I would love to see what you guys think and who you think would do certain things. Have a great rest of the week, you guys, and I will see you next Tuesday.